Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made an emotional speech Thursday, condemning the rise of antisemitism and open support for Hamas and Hezbollah in Canadian streets. Speaking at an antisemitism summit in Ottawa, Trudeau declared, "Antisemites singing the praises of Hamas and Hezbollah while waving their flags in the streets of our cities is not normal," and warned, "The warning lights are flashing red." He also affirmed his stance, stating, "I am a Zionist," asserting that no one in Canada should fear identifying as such.
And let there be absolutely no doubt, the warning lights are flashing red. Antisemitism is on the rise, particularly since Hamas's brutal, barbaric terrorist attack of October 7th. Holocaust denialism is on the rise. Violent extremism is on the rise. What you are experiencing is not normal. Antisemites singing the praises of Hamas and Hezbollah while waving their flags in the streets of our cities is not normal. Jewish students being shouted down in their classrooms and campuses for simply expressing their identity, their opinions, their beliefs, is not normal. Synagogues and Jewish day schools being attacked and firebombed by cowards in the night is not normal. The increasingly common deafening indifference toward or even rationalization of rising antisemitism is not normal. The term Zionist increasingly being tossed around as a pejorative, in spite of the fact that it simply means believing in the right of Jewish people, like all people, to determine their own future, is not normal. No one in Canada should ever be afraid to call themselves a Zionist. I am a Zionist. None of this is normal, and it is incumbent upon me and upon my successor as Prime Minister, on the premiers, municipal leaders, police chiefs, and every single Canadian, particularly non-Jewish allies, to not only speak out against antisemitism, but to act, to stop its spread, and to take this deadly threat seriously.
His remarks follow a sharp increase in anti-Semitic incidents since Hamas October 7th terrorist attack on Israel. Jewish students have reported being harassed on university campuses, synagogues have been vandalized, and pro-Hamas demonstrations have taken place in major Canadian cities. Trudeau acknowledged this, saying, "Jewish students being shouted down in their classrooms and campuses for simply expressing their identity, their opinions, their beliefs, is not normal." However, critics argue Trudeau's words are too little, too late. Jewish advocacy groups, including B'nai B'rith Canada, have accused his government of ignoring the rise of antisemitism for years. "For 17 months, we've begged for meaningful steps," said Michael Mostyn, CEO of B'nai B'rith Canada. "This summit is welcome, but it's not enough, action must follow." Recent events have intensified concerns. On November 7, 2024, violent protests erupted in Montreal during a NATO assembly, where demonstrators burned effigies and displayed anti-Semitic symbols. Then, on December 11, 2024, Congregation Beth Tikva, a synagogue in Montreal, was targeted in a suspected arson attack, the second such incident in just over a year. Trudeau condemned the attack as cowardly and criminal, but many believe his administration has been slow to address the issue. Trudeau's speech also comes at a politically precarious moment. His government is facing economic strain, including trade tensions with the U.S. over tariffs, and the opposition Conservative Party, led by Pierre Poilievre, is gaining traction. Some see his sudden, forceful stance against antisemitism as an attempt to salvage his reputation rather than a genuine commitment to tackling the crisis. While Trudeau's words may resonate with some, many Canadians, especially Jewish communities, are demanding concrete action beyond speeches. The question remains, will his government finally take decisive steps, or is this merely political posturing as his tenure nears its end?